All right, right here we have a 2005 Ford Focus. It's a two-door hatchback, ZX3, and the problem we have with it is the shifter right here. Switch is on, you mash the brake pedal, this button should go in, and you should be able to shift back into gear. So I'm mashing the brake pedal. You don't want to be too rough with it. You could break this, and you don't, jerk it back into gear. It's not going to happen till that button goes in. So if this does happen to you, an easy way out of this, just to get you home or get you to a shop, is to pop this. This will have a small cover right here, which we've already popped off, but it's just a round cover. You pop this off, and you'll take a, if you got a flat blade screwdriver, that'd be handy, but more than likely you don't, so you just take a key or something that would fit in this slot, and you just push downward. So you don't want to push real hard, you don't want to break something in here, so just push it down. And normally you'd use two hands, but you can do it with one hand. Push the button in, now you can put it in gear. But the next time you're gonna have to do it again. So every time you put it in park, it's gonna lock, and you're gonna have to do this till you figure out what's wrong. So we started digging into this, trying to find out what's wrong, because every time we put it in park, this would happen. I watched a couple videos on YouTube, and a lot of people saying it could be a blown fuse. And one thing we did notice, when this happened, the brake lights quit working. So that's another sign. If your brake lights are not working, you may have a blown fuse. And sure enough, your fuse box is right behind this little, looks like a small glove box, maybe supposed to hold a couple CDs. But you just pop it out, no screws involved. You just squeeze each side, that'll pop out. And we found two blown fuses in here. So and what we found was right here, fuse number 31 and number 32. These were 15 amp fuses, and both of them were blown. So the first thing we done was replace the fuses. And when we did, as soon as we touched the brake pedal, number 31 popped again. So every time we hit the brake pedal, 31 would blow. So the next thing we checked out was right back here. It's right above your brake pedal. You have two brake switches. So when you push the pedal inward, these switches work back and forth or in and out. And I have another one of these cars, so we swapped them switches out, and still had the same result. Every time we hit the brake pedal, 31 would blow. So we knew we had some wires either touching each other, grounding out, or something going on. So we came back to the hatch, and right here on the hatch, you have some wiring coming from the body of the car to the actual lid itself. So you have a hinge area right here, and in this hinge area, these wires has just came apart, and almost every one of these wires has really, they're in bad shape. And we got looking, and these wires have just kind of degraded a little bit. The insulation has dried out. All of them's got cracks in it. But when this actually, hinges back and forth like this, over time, I guess those wires just started getting cracks in them, and they just started coming apart. So this car's got 140,000 on it. We use this hatch a lot. And no water, looks like no water's got in it or anything like that. It's just that working back and forth motion just killed them wires. So about 2 or 3 months before this happened, the wiper motor on the rear back glass, it quit working. So it worked sometimes it wouldn't. So we tried to figure it out, couldn't ever figure it out. But this was the problem. So you know, if that happens to you, wiper quits working, you got more problems coming. So check that out if that shifter's not working. I did not see a video on this, so that's why I shot this video. So